Hey guys, Kai here. I'm alone today, so I'm actually ready for bed. I didn't do much today. This vlog doesn't follow me around. I didn't really go anywhere today. The only place I really went was to an interview, and I couldn't bring you guys with me. And by the time I got home, I didn't really go anywhere. But Beck gave me the suggestion to, oh, do some questions. So I'm just going to do 25 questions about myself. And sorry guys, my room is pink. This is my room. And it is, how old do you think you'd be if you didn't know how old you were? Me, I would think between 18 and 20. Give or take. Number two, if you had the opportunity to get a message across to a large group of people, what would your message be? I really don't have a message besides self-love. To learn to love yourself for who you are rather than who you think you should be. And just love who you are. Don't try to be something you're not. Is it possible to lie without saying a word? That's number three. And yeah, your face can tell all sorts of lies. I find. It's how I found out that the only true friend I had was bad. More on that later. I don't want to get into it. I already told that story so many times that I'm done with it. High school is high school. And I wish we had the self-love thing back then, but we didn't. Number four. If not now, then when? I think that kind of means like, if not now, when would you do something? Me and Bat are trying to get a book done, and as of right now, we are working on it. We're trying to get it done by the end of the year, but if not then probably in a couple years we'll get the book done, finally published, and we'll let you guys know when it's done. Number five, what would you do differently if you knew nobody would judge you? I think I would be who I really am, not try to go by other people's rules, and kick the friends to the curb that didn't that I knew that didn't like me or really like me for who I was and who I wanted to be. Are you holding on to something that you need to let go? Well, not exactly. It's a personal thing. It's not that I don't enjoy all of this. I just wish I would have started it sooner. Starting these vlogs, telling you who I am, and being able to show you who I am. Next question. Have you done anything lately worth remembering? Not that I'm aware of. I've made mistakes. I've done my writing, and I think that my writing is something to be remembered for. Sorry guys, my allergies, I'm not trying to cry. Who do you love and what are you doing about it. Well, I love my family, and what I'm doing about it is loving them to the fullest, giving them my undivided attention and everything. They are my rock. Bethany's family is a second family to me, and they mean a lot to me. When is it a good, when is it time to stop calculating risk and reward and just do what you know is right? When you know somebody you love is hurting. Doesn't matter whether they're older or younger than you. Risk and reward. If you have to risk something to make somebody else happy, do it. It's kind of, if you want to make somebody else happy and make yourself happy at the same time, risk something. Do you think crying is a sign of weakness or strength? I find it as a sign of strength, because if you have the strength to cry in front of somebody you love, or, family members, friends, and you can tell them why it's making you cry, it's a strength, not a weakness. It means there's something wrong inside, and it'll prove that you are loved by somebody else. Would you break the law to save a loved one? Depends on the loved one, to be completely honest. There's some loved ones that I'd like to leave on the curb. But enough about that. My sister Ariana, I would risk going to jail to save her. No matter what. When I'm in my old age, what will matter the most to you? And that would be family. Because if you don't have family when you're younger, you don't have family when you're that age, there'll be nobody to really remember you. So, have a family, be who you love. Do you ask enough questions, or do you settle for what you know? I ask the questions for those odd instances that I don't know what to do. But most of the time I just settle on what I know, because I know that it's right. Do you celebrate the things you do have? Yes, I do. I celebrate the things that I have and what I need to do to get them. And each one is a triumph, I find. When it's all said and done, will you have said more than you've done? Probably. I don't know. I'm only 21. I've barely started to live. And I've said a lot of things that I want to do, and I haven't done them. Like getting this book published, we've been saying this forever, and I think it's about time we actually sat down and done it. It's all talk till it gets done, right? When was the last time you tried something new? Last time I tried something new, that had to be a long time ago. I can't really think of anything, so I'm just gonna skip that one. Which activities have you lost track time of? When I'm writing. Literally, when I'm writing, I can sit down for what I'm going to say is going to be 10 minutes, and I'm there for 2 hours. I just don't notice the time going by. If you could do it all over again, would you change anything? No, I wouldn't change anything because I like who I am. I like the mistakes that I've made, or the friends that I've lost, or the friend that I gained that I didn't even start going to school with, but if I hadn't met her, I don't know where I'd be today. So I'm not going to change anything. I wouldn't change a thing. What is the difference between living and existing? Living is where you can go out and experience your life. Existing is kind of sitting in your room and watching your life go by. To be honest, live your life. Don't be a hermit and sit in your room. Don't sit in your room and do video games. Be who you want to be. And to be honest, I wish I hadn't. If you had a friend who spoke to you the same way you speak to yourself, how long would you allow that person to be your friend? Well, the way I speak to myself, it's usually pretty okay. I would be friends with them, and that, I bet it speaks to me the same way I speak to myself most of the time, and we're best friends. And I'm not going to change anything. I would be friends with them forever. If you had to teach something, what would you teach? I would teach creative writing because it can help relieve stress and get the words out about anything that's going on in your life. It just takes one story, one poem, one essay in creative writing, and somebody would know a deep, deep secret about you that nobody else would. Next question. Time or money? I pick time because we never have enough. And we would never have enough time to spend with family, friends, or even who we want to be. Are you aware that someone has it worse than you do? Yeah, many people. Many people don't have a roof over their head, food in their bellies, anything. And I know people have it worse. Around where I live, there's a lot of homeless people. Well, homeless. A lot of them have homes, they just don't go home because they're too drunk. We have a lot of drunks around our place. What makes you smile? What makes me smile is other people smiling, laughing, all that fun stuff. Well, anyways, what would you regret not fully doing, being, or having in your life? And that would be nothing. To be honest, I have everything. And that's everything for today. I'm sorry I didn't take you somewhere or show you a place. But anyways, bye guys. See you tomorrow.